Greetings, Royal Family. Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going great thus far. Hopefully you read the title. I'm just gonna jump right on in. Lord have mercy. It's Wednesday, so why not do a Wendy Williams update, honey? Wendy Williams' son, if you haven't heard by now, Kevin Hunter Jr., Little Kev, as she affectionately refers to him, was arrested uh, basically for assaulting his father. So the story goes that Wendy Williams dropped her son off to the house where the entire family used to live to pick up some things. She dropped him off. She basically said, go ahead, do what it is that you need to do. I'll be back to pick you up. Little Kev was not aware that his father was in the house. And, they got to talking. Him and his dad got to talking. They decided to take a trip out to the store 11 o'clock at night, midnight-ish, and ended up getting into an altercation in the parking lot of this shopping plaza. So Big Kev, which is Wendy's soon-to-be ex-husband, pretty much is talking to Little Kev, his son, and saying that, you're 18 now, you're a grown man, you need to kind of stand on your own and not rely on your mom. Your mom is not shouldn't be taking care of you, yada yada, giving him like a father-son talk. So I guess Little Kev was kind of baffled and brought up the fact that Big Kev, his father, is seeking alimony from his mother. And Big Kev probably didn't like that talk back and proceeded to put his son in a chokehold. Little Kev decided to defend himself, and he ends up punching his father in the face, in the nose, in the face, whatever. Authorities were called. Little Kev was arrested. This is the story that I seen on different news outlets, because when this happened, I said, it's probably not even real. It probably still isn't real, but for the sake of this video, let's assume that everything that I just stated and everything that's been reported in the blogs, TMZ, all these news outlets is true. This is what I don't understand. Point number one, the house that the family used to live in should have been evacuated by Big Kevin weeks ago. When Wendy filed for divorce, it was stated that Big Kev had to move his things out of the house in a particular amount of time. So why is he still there? Point number two, what would cause this father to, what would cause him to really get so furious about something that his son asked that is all over the media for you to want to put your son in a chokehold? I mean, was he kind of being like fatherly, like, look, watch him out, son? Or was he really taking out all of his anger on his son, and he thought his son was kind of like a poor, defenseless little boy, and he wasn't expecting to get knocked out? Another point, who called the cops? It wasn't reported that Big Kev called the cops. Big Kev said that he's not pressing any charges, and it's not what it seems. There was no statement from Little Kev. Of course, Wendy hasn't given a statement. She probably won't. But who called the cops? In the era of social media and everybody always has their phone out, no one got any footage of this on their camera phone. I'm just saying. And another point, why is it that Big Kev didn't get arrested? Because he participated in the assault as well. So when the cops came, did Big Kev say, yeah, he hit me, take him to jail? Or was it cameras around the shopping area that saw, Little Kev punch his father? But wouldn't those same cameras capture his father putting him in a headlock, chokehold, whatever it was? So why is it that Little Kev was arrested and Big Kev wasn't? Something ain't right. Now, assuming that this is just all a bunch of media distraction, here's my theory. If this is not true and this is a media distraction, I would not be surprised if Mother Wendy Williams herself contacted TMZ, because she is cool with Harvey Levin, right? She talked about it on her show. I wouldn't be surprised if Wendy contacted TMZ and other media outlets and basically leaked this story, because in the articles that I seen, it was said that a close association to the family Who? Who? Wendy doesn't fool with anyone. Who would have got, or maybe Kevin Hunter. He probably sold this story. I don't know. Something just don't seem right, royal family. I mean, in other Auntie Wendy news, Wendy is out on the town enjoying her life, posing for paparazzi, taking pictures, with her swollen cankles. Still look good though, girl. Her bosoms sitting up, dressed to the nines, makeup looking good, hair looking good. She just seems to have like this new attitude like Patti LaBelle, and I'm loving it. Her show is like a lot more interesting. I'm tuned in more now than I was in previous seasons. So she's just having fun. She seems like she's having a grand old time. And here comes this monkey wrench. I don't know. There are people saying that this whole Wendy Williams divorce situation is fake. It's being made up. Behind the scenes, Wendy made an agreement with her husband that he's not to have contact with his mistress who became pregnant with his child. So I don't know. Not that we have to see divorce papers, but it's being alleged that there's no divorce papers, nothing, which is public record, nothing, no info, no traces of a divorce. But then again, Wendy has enough money to kind of keep that stuff under wraps. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. This is all weird, and it's getting weirder by the second. But again, for the sake of the video, if this is true, great job, Kevin Jr. Good job defending your mother's honor. And again, if it is true, Big Kev, you're a bully. Like, it's a wrap for you if this is all true. This is not going to help your case. If Wendy and her husband are really getting divorced, this is just going to make you look like an even bigger monster. So the reason why I keep saying if it's true, if it's not true, because as we know in media, 1 minute the story can be this way and another minute the story can be this way. So I'm keeping my eyes and ears glued to this situation. I don't know if Lil Kev was bailed out, didn't say so. I'm assuming he was. Imagine being Wendy getting that phone call in the middle of the night, like, your son has just been arrested, like, oof. And he is 18, so there will be no need for authorities to call his mother. This is just all. And why isn't he in school? I thought he lived on campus. School is already out for college students? Yeah, it probably is. It's been a long time since I've been to college, so I don't even know how it works anymore. Royal family, let's just keep Auntie Wendy prayed up and uplifted in positive vibes. I'm curious to see if she's going to talk about this on her show for the remaining of the week. I'll be tuning in. And let me know what you think. Do you think this story is fake? Do you think that Wendy is using her media expertise to kind of goop the kids and goop us and creating these false stories? Do you think that Kevin Hunter Sr. is a monster? Do you think Kevin Jr. was justified in popping his father in his face? I mean, if you put me in a chokehold, my fight or flight mechanism is going to kick in, and you probably get an elbow, a knuckle, a shoe upside your head and in your face too. I don't know. Get down in the comments and let me know, royal family. Until next time, peace.